on, guys? I know it's been a while since I uploaded a battle or any video in general, to be honest, but I had priorities. I had family, Christmas, I was sick too, so there's that. But I am finally back with another Wi-Fi battle. I know I've been slacking. I'm gonna try and pick that up, you know, these next couple of weeks. Anyways, so I got a battle against my man Joey. We had this battle like a week ago or something like that. I'm not really quite sure how long ago it was. Some of my Pokemon, not some of them, only one of my Pokemon. One of my Pokemon is very, very, very poorly EV trained. I got it from a guy. He cloned it for me. It's the Magnezone. It's HP Fire Magnezone, so I couldn't resist that. But he had already EV trained it very, very poorly, though. It has max HP and max special attack. So that's actually going to come back to bite me. I just thought I'd point that out now so I wouldn't have to explain it later. But anyways, my man Joey has a very unique team, I'd say. And he's using a Pokemon that people don't really use quite often. But anyways, well, not the Pokemon itself, but the, you guys will see. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and lead up with my Mamoswine. I figured that me getting rocks up is probably very important in this battle. So I'm going to go for the rocks first turn. And he's actually going to go for the Volt Switch, probably predicting my switch. Either that or he knew I'd have to switch out eventually. He knows I'm not going to just stay in. So it's in his best interest to just keep going for the Volt Switch because he knows I'm going to switch out. And he actually does just that. And I go out to my Magnezone because I knew that if he did end up going for the Volt Switch, he'd most likely go out to his Excadrill, but I know he wasn't expecting me to have HP Fire. But I knew that him getting the rocks off of the field was going to be his top priority. So because of that, I'm actually going to stay in despite him being an Excadrill and being much, much, much faster than me. I'm going to stay in and go for the HP Fire. Unfortunately, they did weaken the power of Hidden Power. It only does 60 instead of a maximum of 70. But like I said, he is going to go for the Rapid Spin like I thought because I knew the rocks would be the main priority. Like I said, the HP Fire is not, it's going to do a decent amount, but it's not going to do as much as I would have liked. It did, I mean, that's not bad. It's still a clean to it KO. But either way, I'm going to switch the hell out of here. I don't want to get hit with an Earthquake, obviously, so I'm going to switch out. I did a lot of damage to the Excadrill. That's all I can ask for, really. I'm going to go out to my Mandibuzz just to avoid the Earthquake, but he actually goes for the Toxic, makes a great prediction. So not only does he have freaking Toxic on his Excadrill, but he predicted me to switch into my Mandibuzz very, very nicely. I am playing Joey here. He is much, much better than my normal caliber of opponents. No offense, guys, but Joey's been doing this for a long time, and he is a veteran in the game, trust me. So I'm going to switch out. I didn't think he would stay in there. I thought he would switch out, and I'm going to go out to my Jiraiya. Now, once again, I am playing Joey here. Joey plays this game non-stop, so he actually predicted me to go for the spikes here, and he's actually going to end up going for the Hydro Pump. It's not that I'm not on the same level as Joey. It's that the opponents I've been playing against are nowhere near as good as him. So not only that, but he plays on PO a lot, so he sees Spikes Greninja probably all the time. While I'm over here thinking it's uncommon, he's probably like, that's like the #1 set or something. But anyways, I'm gonna go out to my Magnezone, and here's where it comes back to bite me. That this Magnezone doesn't have any speed EVs. It has max attack, max special attack, and max HP. I'm not able to set up a substitute before he is able to burn me. I would normally never, ever, ever run a Magnezone with no speed on it because Scizor can outspeed potentially and kill it with a superpower. But at the same time, Scizor can even get superpower, and the thing was already EV trained when I got it, so I didn't want to use a reset bag on it. But it did come back to bite me. I would have been able to, you know, keep my survivability up had I had some speed EVs on this Magnezone. But either way, there's really nothing I can do about it now. Not only that, but he makes a predictable move, but I don't predict it at all. I thought he was going to stay in for some reason, but he actually switches out to his Excadrill straight into the Thunderbolt. I really wanted to go for the Flash Cannon there. I wasn't sure what he was going to switch into, but I definitely wanted to go for the Flash Cannon there. But I decided to go for the Thunderbolt because I thought he might want to Hydro Pump and break my sub, but that was not the case. He actually goes for the Rapid Spin just to get my spikes out of there. So now I have absolutely no hazards on his side of the field. He got my rocks and my spikes out of there quite safely, to be honest. And I am stuck with a burned Magnezone behind the substitute. The substitute's not even going to help me at this point because I'm just going to die behind it if he doesn't break it. But he is going to go out to his Rotom, and I figured he was going to go for the Volt Switch just to break my substitute and then switch out. But he actually goes for the Hydro Pump, but he ends up missing, and I'm going to get off a massive amount of damage with this Thunderbolt here. I think he's specially defensive because I didn't do that much. It only did half, and I know half is still a lot, but considering how much special attack Magnezone has, That wasn't that much. So I'm just going to go for the Thunderbolt once again, as he actually ends up going for the Volt Switch, and I believe he breaks my substitute here, you know, in combination with the Rapid Spin damage, which is pretty funny if you ask me. But I actually ended up going for the Thunderbolt, and I was kicking myself because I knew he was going to do this. I knew he was going to switch into a ground type, maybe Sylveon, something, to take the Thunderbolt. It was pretty obvious, but he actually decides to go out to his Mamoswine as I go for the Thunderbolt again, which is really annoying considering I should be faster than that Rotom. It really hurt me a lot that I was slower than it. Shifted the battle quite severely. Like I said, I would never normally run a Magnezone this slow, but it was already EV trained, so there's really nothing I can do about it. But he is going to get the opportunity to set up his rocks and take out my Magnezone, which is really annoying because Magnezone could have done a lot of damage to his team potentially. But like I said, he is going to take out my Magnezone with an Earthquake after setting up his rocks. So he has no hazards on his side of the field, and he has rocks up on my side of the field. So I'm just going to take this opportunity to go out to my Lucario, and the reason I went out to Lucario is because I wanted to be able to Mega Evolve on a Pokemon that I knew I'd be faster than, so I wouldn't have to potentially be slower than another Pokemon later on in the battle. So I take this opportunity to go for the Bullet Punch. This is not the best Lucario set. I actually really like the special set much more, but this is what I had at the time. So he's gonna go out to his Creamy, and here right here, man, right here, Joey makes an incredible play. I mean, it was pretty predictable because he did need to do this in order to keep his rocks on my side of the field, and he needed that to kind of, you know, clinch his victory. He goes for the Stone Edge on my Mega Lucario as I switch to my Mandibuzz, and it does a ton of damage, and there's really not much I can do at this point, especially since he's gonna Mega Evolve and go for the Draco Meteor. Ooh, Creamy! Had I stayed in and gone for like the Swords Dance or something, that would have been an incredible play on my part, but there was no way in hell I was gonna do that. I was already down at the moment, so it really didn't. As a matter of fact, no, because what I was about to say doesn't really make sense. When you're down, that's when you have to play, you know, a lot more critical and make better decisions. But I was playing safe despite me being down, and that came back to haunt me as well. So now his rocks are gonna stay on my side of the field, which means I'm gonna have to break my Mamoswine's Focus Sash as I switch in, and he knows that. He knows that. So I'm gonna predict his switch to Rotom. I mean, either way, I was probably gonna go for the Icicle Crash. Definitely wasn't gonna go for the Ice Shard there. And it doesn't do much at all, and I'm gonna go for another Icicle Crash. I potentially missing the flinch that I could have gotten, but either way it's not gonna matter, because if he didn't flinch, he was just gonna hit me with a Hydro Pump regardless, and I'm pretty sure he has a Chesto Resto set, so he's gonna end up taking out my Mamoswine. There's really no way I can win here. I'm just gonna end up going straight for the I have to go for Swords Dance. Swords Dance was my only chance here to win. If I had actually gotten off the Swords Dance and he hadn't burned me, if he had missed this Will-O-Wisp here, I potentially could have swept his entire team, but of course he's going to hit it, and I really do not have any more opportunities to come back from this deficit that I'm at right now. So I'm just going to try and go for another Swords Dance. I was hoping that he'd miss the Hydro Pump or whatever he was going to go for, but he actually ends up going for the Volt Switch, and it does a lot of damage to me, so there's really no way I can come back. My Lucario is going to die in 2 turns no matter what he does, and he is going to go out to a Sylveon just to get the Protect off. I didn't even realize that he would go for Protect, but like I said, at this point it doesn't even matter. There's no way I can possibly win. The thing that messed me up big time was that Stone Edge prediction on my Mandibuzz, so there's just no way that I can come back from this deficit that I'm at, like I said. So he's going to go back out to his Rotom, probably predicting the Bullet Punch. He was like, why didn't you go for Close Combat? It would have done more than Bullet Punch. And I was like, no, man, no, it would not have. But either way, it doesn't even matter. Like I said, there's no way I can win. So he's actually going to end up taking out my Lucario with the Burn. I'm going to go out to my Reuniclus. This is literally my final chance. But he goes for the Hydro Pump, and he hits me, and he does a ton of damage. And he got a critical hit, but that didn't even end up mattering. Had he missed that, I might have been able to do something, but I doubt it because I don't even have Psy Shock. I have Psychic, meaning that no matter what, his Sylveon would have been able to eat up every single hit that I went for. I'm not quite sure what his Sylveon set was, but either way, it doesn't even matter. Sylveon was going to eat up any hit that my Reuniclus had for him. So I'm going to go for the Psychic, and it actually does quite a bit, but it's not enough. It's not enough. He's going to go for that, ooh, creamy Draco Meteor and fuck my shit all the way up. So that was a good game. He won 3-0, I believe, pretty convincingly. He was never in trouble. Maybe had I gone for that Swords Dance instead of switching out to my Mandibuzz. But it's not like I knew he had Stone Edge either. I had no idea what his Garchomp set was, so that was pretty risky on my part. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I will try to upload more often. I'm sorry for taking such a long break, but like I said, priorities, mate. You only get this once a year. You only get this once a year. Christmas time, family time. Anyways, hit that like button, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys later. Bye.